Hey guys, Derek here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install a new tail light on the back of your Lowrider S. Mine's a 2024, should be similar for other models and years. This is a low profile LED tail light with integrated blinkers. I got this from original Garage Moto, OG Moto. I think that's backwards, but you get the picture. Um, Super awesome company. I'm going to be ordering more stuff from them here shortly. Um, I also went ahead and got the new Fender harness for this. The Lowrider S has the blinkers mounted on the outside of the fender rails. And so the harnesses, obviously, they come from the battery where they connect, battery area, and then they head back and split off into the fender struts to go to the blinkers. So we're going to be taking the blinkers off. We're going to remove that harness. This harness just replaces what's there, and it takes all of the wires going to the rear of the bike and puts them together just to make a quick, easy install. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do, and this may not be necessary, but it's something I like to do, is we're going to remove the fuse for our battery. We just have to take this cover off. It's a 5/32 Allen. So one screw and cover pulls off. After it covers off, pull this big block out. You pull up on the sides here, both sides. Pull that and pull the fuse out. After that, we're going to take our seat off. Mine has an aftermarket screw, so whatever screw you need to get that out. And pull your seat off. Just to make everything easier, I'm just going to take the whole fender off, especially since it's only held on by a couple bolts. In order to do that, we need to disconnect our harnesses. So we have our brake light harness here, or tail light harness, sorry, one blinker, and then our other blinker is on this side. I got a little zip tie here I'm going to cut. And we'll disconnect our harnesses. There's just a little tab on the top of the connector here. Not sure if you can see it, but just pushing on that, pull your connector out. And these are color coded, so you can't screw them up, so that's nice. This one has a lock on it, this little gray thing. So pull that out and your connector comes right off. I think there's a few different ways you could do this, but because our harness for our blinkers run through here, the easiest way for us to do this is going to be just take this whole assembly off with these two bolts on this side and those two bolts on the other side. That allows us to take the whole thing off. We can set it on the bench, get these bolts out. So these are a Torx fit, a T45. I always like to loosen bolt everything up before I take them all the way out. Once you get to your last couple of bolts, make sure you have a good handle on it because it'll just fall when we take this last bolt out. It slides back, and that's all off. Okay, as you can see, we've got the fender up on the bench. I've got a nice thick foam pad underneath it to protect our paint. We'll flip it upside down. Next thing we need to do is get our struts off so we can get our blinkers removed. We have two bolts on either side, on the outside here and here, and then there's one on the inside right here. Loosen all of them up and then take these two bolts out all the way before you take these out. Otherwise, you might damage your paint, and we obviously don't want that. So once that bolt's out, loosen all of them first, take this bolt out, and then take these other two out. I'm just going to keep pressure on the fender strut so that it doesn't just fall. And we'll pull that away carefully. And then this plate will fall out as well. So there's our fender strut is out. So we'll take this bolt out, pull our harness through, take this off, and you can buy little covers that go over these that would get bolted on the same as this just to make it smooth on the back. I'm putting bags on the bike, which is one of the main reasons I'm doing this. So I'm not too worried about it right now. I may come in later and install a cover there. And these bolts are a T40. Pull your harness through, and that's off. I'm going to put these little pads back on here. It seemed to be protecting the paint a little bit. Once our blinker's out, we'll put our fender strut back on. As you can see, these studs are kind of pushed to one side of this plate. So this side, the longer end with nothing there, however you want to explain it, goes towards the very back of the bike. So we'll put blue Loctite on all of our hardware. We'll get that all started, and then I'll do the other side. All right, after we got our blinkers off and our struts back on, we take off our old taillight. It's just a Phillips screwdriver, 2 screws. Pull it away. Just unplug this here. Actually, we'll plug it here. The old taillight is off. Next thing to remove this old harness is we'll unplug this here at our base. Push that through. Then inside here is this tab. We'll bend up. Just enough to get the harness out. We'll just pull this off. There the old harness is out. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up the rest of this residue the best I can and clean up this area of the fender a little bit so we can stick our new harness in. Okay, I got as much of it off as I care to. I'm not going to spend all day wiping that stuff away on something that's never going to get seen. Like the skin on my thumbs. Now we can install our new harness. You have 2 ends, obviously. One end with a big connector, and then the other end with 3 connectors. This will go towards the front of the bike. This will go to the back. We'll run that back to the hole that the other one came out of and plug it in. And then this end came out of this hole. So we'll feed our harness through there. And then that tab, we'll put our harness under that again and kind of bend it back down into place. Make sure there's not too much strain on this end, otherwise it'll cause these pins to pull out or break. And then we'll take the backing off of this and stick it down close to where the other one was. So the way I do it is I pull this back a little bit and kind of stick it where I want it, and then keep pulling back, press down in a spot, and then get to the end, take it off, and then press it all down. Okay, now in order to mount our new light, we need to take the hardware out of our old one. Got these little spring clip washers on the ends of them. They're a real pain in the butt. What I do is I'll take a screwdriver and get under there and pry it up a little bit, if you can. And then as you pry, if you just loosen that screw, you should start to force that washer up as if it was a nut. Once at the end, I can grab it and just spin it off the red pliers. And there, one screw's free. I had to sit in here to figure out where it went, and I think this is how it goes. So we'll pull our sticky back off that. Get that set inside here. Make sure it's tucked into the base plate. And then I'm actually going to mount this onto the bike before we put this on, because I want to be able to test to make sure I've got left and right hooked up correctly before we tighten everything down. Putting this on will just be opposite of how we took it off. So we'll set it down and slide it up. Get blue Loctite on your bolts before you put those back in. I'm just going to get all 4 of them started. We'll go ahead and plug our light in. So 4-pin will go on the bottom. Let's go till it clicks. And again, I like to give a little tug on connections before I go any further, just to make sure. I'm going to put blue on the right and yellow on the left, assuming that's how they have them labeled. Come up here, plug in our harnesses going to the bike. Okay, everything's plugged in. I'm going to hook our fuse back up. We'll go ahead and turn power on. We have tail light. Oh, it's hard to see, sorry. And tag light working. Brake light works. Okay, so I clicked the right blinker and the left one came on. So I'm going to switch it up by the battery. We'll try again. There we go. There's right and left. So at this point, we will go ahead and tighten everything down, get our light mounted the rest of the way, clean up our harness a bit, and get our fuse and cover back on. Okay, guys, so I got everything tightened up and plugged back in. Just a couple notes for the new tail light, those spring clips that I struggled with getting on and off, if I even leave that in the video. Just don't use those things. You don't need them. They're not necessary. They're just there to hold the screws in. Just, next time you take it off, be more careful. Don't lose the screws. When you tighten this down, do a little bit each side at a time. Like do a turn or two here and then here and go back and forth. And it'll pretty much bottom out. Once it bottoms out, you would really have to put a lot of force in to screw those in any further. Just stop at that point. Your gasket should be fully squished. These are like a shoulder bolt, so there's about that much, if the bolt's that long, there's that much of it that has 0 threads on it. So you're hitting that spot. It's not meant to go any tighter. If you keep cranking, you're just going to break something, whether it be your fancy new light or your base plate itself. So when they stop, you're good to go. The For my harness, there's I call them Christmas tree clips. Um, they look like this, right? So it pops into that hole. It's got a zip tie around it, but it's one-time use. So once you cut them, they're pretty much garbage at that point. So I popped those out and I just ran a zip tie where one was here and then another zip tie where one was here, just through that hole to here. Everything's plugged in. I did go blue for right and yellow for left in the taillight area. So you could definitely put this all back together on your bench and then mount it to the bike and then just be able to flip these connectors back and forth. That was pretty easy. Just for reference, the purple and black goes to this black connector on the bike, and then the, I don't know, reddish, maroonish, pink, and black went to the gray. So, but easy enough to flip. Make sure you put your fuse back in, put your cover back on the fuse, and then put your outer cover on. Last thing, and OG Moto does send you a QR code to scan for directions on this, but I just went ahead and calibrated the blinkers to make sure that they're timed correctly and working the way they should. It was pretty easy. You turn the ignition on, don't start it, just turn the ignition on. You hit your 4 ways, turn your ignition off, let it sit for 2 or 3 minutes, and then you turn it on, off, on, test your blinkers. I tested both sides. They were working correctly. Brake light's working, tag light's working. Everything is good to go. And I think it looks fantastic. Really cleaned up the back. This is about as bright as the stock one, but the blinkers are here now. Again, and it's much shorter, right? The other one stuck out way past the end of the fender, which looked kind of goofy to me. This looks a lot cleaner. It's, smoked, looks really nice. But my main reason was because I'm installing bags. So if you're going to install saddlebags on an S, you'll have to get rid of your blinkers. So That's the main reason I did this now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something. If you have any comments for me, something I did really dumb, please let me know. Any other constructive criticism, questions, all that stuff. Love chatting with you guys when I can. Otherwise, like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and watch out for the next one. Bye.